Woo! Welcome back to Endless Bits News. I'm your host, Blackman Number 1, aka the Negro Ninja, and this is brought to you by Overlord Iro. You know what else is brought to you by Overlord Iro? Jerome, because apparently I can't fire him. So I'm going to have to make do because he's an integral part of our team. Also, Overlord Iro has rented out the space next to us, so I'm not allowed to yell, or as I would say, express myself in a very loud fashion. Let's get into your news for the week. Horizon Zero Dawn is a success. Sony has gone on record saying that the game has sold 2.7 million copies within its first 2 weeks. That's digital and physical. And if you didn't catch it yet, that's a good number. Not only is Horizon Zero Dawn the best launched new IP for the PlayStation 4, it's also the best launched title for the developer Guerrilla Games. Managing Director of Guerrilla Games, Herman Holst said, quote, "Developing the game was a labor of love, so it's extremely satisfying to see that it elicits the same passion and enthusiasm from the gaming public that we felt during its development," end quote. Hurst also added that Guerrilla is, quote, "already hard at work on an expansion to the story," end quote. This is good news all around. Congrats. Alright, so Firestorm has been announced for Injustice 2, and I don't really know much about this character. He looks like a fire guy, shoots fire, but he still looks pretty fun. He had a trailer that was released for him, and it shows him off fighting Catwoman and Green Arrow, as well as getting a quick cameo from Killer Croc in one of the stage transitions. I also feel that his super leaves a little bit to be desired, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Also in Injustice news, NetherRealm has gone on record saying that there is a currency you can buy in the game with real world money. The currency is called Source Crystals, and it can purchase cosmetic items as well as level up characters. In a forum post, NetherRealm said, quote, "Source Crystals can only be used to purchase cosmetic adjustments to your fighters, premier character skins with no gameplay advantage, and various shaders for character costumes," end quote. NetherRealm has been trying really hard since they've announced this gear system to show that the game is not pay to win and that you will have flexibility in terms of competitive matches. We'll be able to judge for ourselves May 16th on Xbox One and PS4. The Kingdom Hearts collection on PlayStation 4 was recently released in Japan, and people there are kind of upset with the state of the games. The only good thing to seemingly come out of this after release is that the load times seem to be significantly decreased. Other than that, people are experiencing new and old problems with the game. Glitches, bugs, crashes, you name it. One of the most baffling things about all of this is that some of the problems that people are running into were problems that were already present in the original releases of these games. So the fact that the remasters launch like this is kind of extremely baffling. Square Enix may or may not patch this down the road, but as of now, I'm turned off from picking it up March 28th in the US. We'll see about everyone else. According to the company Superdata, the Nintendo Switch has sold about 1.5 million copies in its first week. According to them, about 500,000 units came from the US, about 360,000 units came from Japan, and it kind of just gets dispersed and muddled after that, but those are the biggest numbers there. Nintendo has yet to confirm any of these numbers, but I wouldn't be surprised. 1.5 million in 1 week? Come on. Nintendo sells. Rocket League is going to be getting a new game mode, and it's called DropShot. And it looks pretty fun. In an attempt to explain the new rules of this mode, Psyonix released a trailer as well as this statement, quote, "Regular goalposts are nowhere to be found in the new stadium, so players must create their own dynamic scoring areas by using an electrified ball to break and eventually open up the floor on their opponent's side. Once a goal has been scored, that side of the arena closes back up and the action begins anew until the time expires. As an added twist, the electrified ball itself will gain strength as players continue to hit and dribble it, with harder hits giving it stronger damage potential that can be unleashed on the opposing team's floor to varying degrees. End quote. If that explanation didn't help you, the trailer below will fill in the rest. The mode goes live March 22nd. Sniper Elite 4 is going to be getting some new mini campaigns and more. The mini campaigns are titled Deathstorm Part 1, 2 and 3. Part 1 will be released March 21st, while Part 2 comes out late April and Part 3 releases May or June. You've also got the Night Fighter expansion pack coming, which adds 3 new weapons, nighttime camo rifle skins for 8 weapons, and a new male and female character skins. Multiplayer also gets a new map called Nightwoods and an elimination mode. As a reminder, all multiplayer content is free. The game is available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC. Now let's go through some really quick stories in the new shotgun round. The Overwatch hero Orisa goes live March 21st everywhere. Sonic Mania has now been delayed to the summer. Drawn to Death is going to be a free PlayStation Plus game in April. Super Mario Run comes to Android March 23rd. Some consumers have already gotten their early access to Mass Effect Andromeda, and the results that are coming out are kind of weird in terms of the animations. They're a little wonky and their faces can be kind of weirdly deadpan and creepy, and we don't know if Bungie's going to patch it, but hopefully they do. It's really weird. Can you stop looking at me like that? That will be my time for this week, guys. I am Blackman number 1, aka the Negro Ninja, and this is brought to you by Overlord IRO. This is your weekly video game news source. If you like this video, hit that lickety like button, alright? And if you want to lick it, you can. That is not innuendo. And if you want to comment, if you want to catch these hands in the comment section, hit me up down below. Check that description box for anything that I talked about with the links. You know I got those trailers for you. And if you're feeling real cool, if you're really digging the style over here, hit that subscribe button, okay? Share with your friends, alright? That's what I'm talking about. And I want to give a really quick personal shout out to Spider Spice. Really been supporting me out here. Really appreciate that. Let's continue to grow. Want you guys to have a good night, except for Jerome, and have fun. Hey, game on.